everyone. This is Kenya, and I am the creator of all things Loop. And as you should know by now, Loop stands for Live It, Own It, Obtain It on Purpose. You should also know that our mission is to put your purpose on display. We connect with leaders and influencers of color across all industries, giving space to their voices and celebrating the power that lives within their stories. And we're still celebrating 28 days of Black excellence. And I'm super excited because we're almost done. I think we're done. I think Danielle is our last person. I think we last but not least.
Okay. Because we're going to talk about why it's not least, girl.
Right. Period.
Yes.
So Danielle, won't you just come on, girl? How you feel?
I feel amazing. You know what? We're gonna get
Mhm.
into it, but I feel
Okay.
God. It's one of those God things. That's what it is. So
Oh,
I'm into it. You know?
yes, absolutely. So tell me, Danielle, how did you get started in your industry?
Yes. Well, first, can I thank you? I would love
Oh,
to thank
yes.
you, Kenya. Um, I'm really honored to be
Mhm.
able to participate in our 28 Days of Black Excellence. We got Black
Yes,
Excellence 365, and I love the
right.
work that you're doing, and I
Thank
can't
you.
wait to continue to connect. So thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Yeah, so I'll jump into it. Hey, loves, my name is Danielle Unique McEwen, and I am a Chief Marketing Officer as well as a Visionary Leadership Strategist at Unique Vision, which is my digital marketing agency, and at In My Rarest Form, which is my elevated wellness brand. So I'm in two industries, marketing and wellness. And I started with marketing and strategy during undergrad. I have been blessed to really be able to have this ability to want to help people make their dreams come true. And so I always had this odd, I know now it's divine, but I had this odd knack for being able to help people identify their deepest desires, extract the value in what they're saying as they're kind of just trusting me and connecting with me and opening up. And I've been able to develop a language to be able to help them articulate what they're passionate about to other people,
Okay.
and then helping guide them through strategy to accomplish their goals. And so it was just a unique intuition of knowing what people wanted. And during my experience and during undergrad, I was a part-time athlete. Excuse me, I was an athlete, a part-time employed, as
Mhm.
well as I led several different organizations and participated in several different organizations and leadership positions. And I ended up starting my own company during undergrad.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, girl. It was a new world to me. There's no one in my family who are entrepreneurs or ever
Mm.
had their own businesses. And so
So you
all of
started
the
from scratch, right? Yeah.
Child, I mean, like opening up an encyclopedia and a dictionary and trying to figure out the meaning of things. And it's been that way ever since. I'm still there. But fortunately, God, of course, was guiding my path. And
Mhm.
my career ended up taking me to an executive position at a five-star resort in Dominican Republic.
Wow.
And so I worked there as the sales director, helping to manage all of the different teams and departments, as well as building the sales and the marketing infrastructure of the resort.
Mhm.
So that has its own
Right.
stories that are incorporated in that. But my international experience really was transformative, and it honestly erupted my entire belief in value system. And it's what started me on the path to healing, my pursuit of purpose, and wellness, and just learning things about well-being, and all of that kind of changed at a molecular level for me. And
Mhm.
so um my first, I call it my first rebirth into an alternate life journey for me, um was after I moved back into the country from Dominican Republic, and I really put myself in isolation, and I disassociated. I kind of can operate in extremes, but I disassociated from all of the worldly possessions and habits because I really wanted to absorb everything that I learned in Dominican Republic with the people. Um such beautiful people. We don't realize how privileged we are living
Yeah.
in the United States and how many things we take for granted.
Mhm.
And I was raised in the church, so some of those like morals and values and beliefs, I always knew, but that experience really changed my life. And God put me on a bunch of different seasons, but it was the hardest moments of my life. And I really, during that time, I pursued my purpose. It brought me back to God. I went through a bunch of different seasons, like giving up um,
Mhm.
a lot of different things. I
Yeah.
dug really deep. Um, I separated from a lot of people to really allow myself to have no outside influences that impact who I was trying to learn was the core of myself
Mhm.
and my identity. And so, along that journey, once I decided to let God into that thing,
Right, right.
I ended up committing my life to operating out of purpose, which is why I began this with thanking you and letting you know how honored I am to be a part of your mission, because I totally, during that time, I committed my life, my gifts, my skills, my talents to helping others achieve the same thing, which was pursuing purpose and some of the other really big, impactful things that I learned. And so here I am now.
Yeah.
And I am now using a lot of various kind of skill sets and talents and gifts that God gave me, like marketing, communication, sales, and those sort of things, to help people learn themselves, their emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being, and just helping giving them the tools and the resources to be able to do that. And then with my marketing business, I really help those technical skills. I use those to help people create dreams, to bring their dreams essentially visually to life and present them to the world. So it's a long story, but that's the short version. But yeah, so the last part I just said is that's where I am now, and it's a long story, but that's the short version.
No, I was saying that basically, so when you come to Danielle, you get the entire package. You get the whole package. You get the wellness, you get the techno, you get the marketing. All that comes from you. So that's what we're saying.
Yes. Long story short, yes, that is me.
Come to Danielle, right? Come to Danielle if you want the entire package. That's what we're saying.
I got a couple jokes too.
Right. Okay. Then there we go. There you go. One more thing.
Yeah.
So, what is your definition of Black excellence?
Ooh. Um, you know what? To me, Black excellence is it's operating in your highest form of authenticity
Mhm.
and purpose and growth, I believe. I think it's breaking down barriers and stereotypes and stigmas in order to pave the way for other people.
Yeah.
Um, and, for me, even as a child, I've lived a lot of my life really just listening to God, allowing Him to download things into me and lead me, to help other people and drop kind of like nuggets of wisdom that they need in order to get to their next level.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about people coming into my presence and leaving better, um,
Mm,
better,
that's
more
good.
hopeful. Thank you, more
Mhm.
happier. And I've always done that without a need to receive publicity for it, recognition. I've done it without expectation. Um, and honestly, even especially pursuing entrepreneurship, a lot of people would say that's stupid and that's foolish.
Yeah.
And you should at least got a, testimonial from them, or you should have called them a client, or you should have made them pay. I get that all the time. You should have charged services. Don't open your mouth before you charge
Yeah.
people and invoice them.
Yeah.
And being an entrepreneur, I see the value in that.
Mhm.
However, it has never, and it's probably actually allowed the trajectory of my life
Mhm.
to be so full and so rewarding, because I do what God tells me. I
Yeah.
am used as a vessel, and then I let God do the rest.
Yeah.
And I think that for me has allowed me to have experiences in my life where I can see God's provision. I can
Mhm.
see God's modern miracles in my life. I am able to be like, you know what, God, like you did that, and that was
Mhm.
my work. And if I can touch one person a day and just pour into them as I feel I am called and instructed to be, then I am completely satisfied in that. And, the rest will come when God says so.
Yeah. I think that I've said many times over the years in my career, I've had the most success when I've done things for free. And I'm
Mm,
and I don't want people to be like, well, no, I do believe you're supposed to get compensated for your time. I do believe, you're supposed to be compensated for, things that you do. But I also believe that if God told you to do it, and if he told you to go through a door and and do something for free for that person, and you don't get that what you feel you compensated for, I do believe that that door will be bigger than money, the
I agree.
opportunity that you get. So I totally agree. Please don't bash me about that, but I mean, it's just my opinion on, I the biggest doors for me, the biggest doors that I walk through are
Yeah,
the doors because I did something for someone, and I
yeah,
did it out of kindness of my heart, not expecting anything. And not only that, I did it for free. I did it, I volunteered, or, I was a personal assistant for 4 years without getting paid. But the
wow,
doors that I walked
yeah,
through because of that opportunity was mind blowing.
yep,
I can count numerous times of things that happened to me because of just doing things genuinely, and
yeah.
just walking through doors that I was obedient to. So I totally agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you as well. And don't be trying to bash her because I will come for you. But what I can also say, and now being an entrepreneur for 2 years, is that I also realized that the provision and the resources and the support that God sends us, it
Mhm.
changes with every season.
Yes, it
So
does.
some seasons it does look like that level of humility and
Mhm.
and passion to just help someone. And other seasons, it does look like monetary,
Yeah.
financially, network, community,
Mhm.
support, et cetera, et cetera. And so, yeah, I'm definitely with you. And I think that Black excellence is really acting and sharing with intention,
Mhm.
purpose, and sincerity. You
Yeah.
said genuine, and one those are parts of like my core words. And
Mhm.
I think it's also creating safety and collaboration, community, and exchange as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
And so I am totally with you. I agree. And I love that you've done that. I can't wait for us to connect
Yeah.
offline and hear just more about your journey as well.
Yeah. So how do you feel that you are contributing to the culture?
I feel that culture is actually what we make it.
Yeah.
Black culture, as we look at it, or if we try to say like black and brown culture, we are so eclectic.
Mhm.
And there's so many variations of us. And so I honestly think we have the power to create it. And I personally am a culture creator to my core. And everyone who has met me virtually and in real life will honestly tell you that my presence has had a soul changing impact on them.
Mhm.
And that's something that I have been very blessed to be known for and associated with. Um, but there are a few other things that I definitely um, feel like I've actively made an impact in. One is that you touched on it earlier, but I have a specific name for it, my
Okay.
personal self. But the first and foremost thing, I allow God to divinely orchestrate everything in my life, from ordering my steps to being used as a vessel to pour into others, to imparting wisdom and strategy. That I share with other people. And that is my commitment to operating out of purpose. And so for me, it starts there, impacting the
Mhm.
culture, following and pursuing your purpose as you are so miraculously and magically doing the work. And number two, another thing, I've spent over 1,500 hours of my life while I was healing through grief,
Mhm.
and I revisited every single moment in my life that was filled with trauma, adversity, hardship, heartbreak, grieving, and transition. And I put that into a blueprint for women, for ambitious women, to help them evolve and elevate
Mhm.
in a safe way. And so my In My Rarest Form elevated wellness brand is really a movement that that God gave me to create, girl, the vision for. I always gotta give it back to him, because I don't even
Right.
like when people be like, "Girl, you." If it was me, I wouldn't be on this screen talking to you. So I ain't gonna lie. Um, but it was designed specifically for women of color, but it
Mhm.
is for every woman, because we all have a lot of similar hardships.
We do.
Yeah, and it helps us to effectively heal, elevate, and evolve. And so it's called In My Rarest Form. It's on Etsy. It's lowercase with no spaces if you type it in. But it's a lifestyle and wellness digital planning bundle,
Mhm.
and it basically walks women from through self-discovery, self-mastery, creating safety and comfort in vulnerability, and then it helps them kind of master their productivity. And so I'm super, super, super proud of that one. And it has been impactful to a lot of women in leadership that I've crossed paths with. And then another one that I'm really proud of, I show up daily on social media, specifically in this season. We're on TikTok. She's a TikTok girly. But I create content on TikTok,
Mhm.
and helping to educate people about like well-being, wellness, living a healthy lifestyle that really prioritizes wellness,
Mhm.
well-being, and productivity. So I share a lot of stuff. I talk about like my therapy sessions. I talk about natural hair, how to present ourselves, how I am very intentional and create intentional routines in my
Mhm.
daily life. The planner talks about that as well, the planning bundle. And then one of them, I work as a CMO consultant, so a chief marketing officer consultant, and it's allowed me to work with several different on several different culturally impactful projects with other men and women who are, I consider, operating in Black excellence as well. One of my favorite projects I've worked on is being the co-creator of Black and Meta, which is a virally social impact company. And so with my marketing guidance, we reached 2 million people in the matter, like overnight.
Wow. Wow.
And went viral. But the purpose of the company is that we were leveraging AI technology
Mhm.
in order to educate Black and Brown people. And we were using the community and culture in our approach of teaching and educating about how Black and Brown people can use this new technology to create generational wealth for themselves.
Yeah.
So that was a really big and one of my proudest achievements last year. And I also partnered with the African American Association, and I spoke on the topic, which was super dope because it was a room full of Black and Brown marketers. And
Mhm.
even in my industry, we're very rare, especially corporate.
Mhm.
And so I felt really blessed and honored to just be able to share the wisdom and the knowledge of how um, our people can just help create legacy and generational wealth and just break the curses. It
Yeah.
takes one. I was like the black sheep. I still am the black sheep of my family, girl. I eat salads with seeds. My cousins think I'm a rabbit, you know. But it's just some of those things and changes that I've been very passionate about learning and
Okay.
doing and sacrificing for my future children and future generations to come.
Yeah.
So
So what's the next steps for you? How can we support you?
so my next steps, it's funny that you asked that because I'm entering into a season of being relentless.
Mhm.
And my spiritual word last year was rebirth.
Mhm.
And when God gave me, it definitely, listen, sis, it was a season of rebirth. I ain't gonna lie to you. I said, Lord, what are you doing? And how are we doing it?
Ah,
Um, and I thought that one was interesting. But this year, when he gave me the spiritual word of rebirth, I mean, excuse me, relentless, I
mhm.
almost was like, God, are you sure? Because that's not on brand for me. The
Right.
word relentless is giving cutthroat, it's
Yeah.
giving brutal, it's giving discipline. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm like a free bird girl. So
Right.
like, the rest of it I don't really be into. But as I've looked over the different seasons that God has taken me through and the course of my life and the journey that he's put me on, I can see why he gave me the spiritual word relentless. It's time.
Yeah.
God has said, Danielle Unique McEwen, it's time. It's
Yeah.
time to share. It's time to apply. It's time to demonstrate. And so one of my spiritual words was execution at one point in my life. And I did that. I
Mhm.
did that, but I kept it quiet, if you will. I
Yeah.
did it with whoever I meet in real life,
Mhm.
strangers, people in my immediate circle, all on social media. I was even an influencer, notable influencer, and helping people with learning these different uh wellness things and well-being things and all of that. But I still kept it in this
Yeah.
space of comfort, if that's where we'll go and what we'll
Mhm.
call it. And so the next steps for me, God is calling me to expand
Wow.
my vision larger, um into collaboration, to be loud,
Mhm.
and to share and just apply and demonstrate all of the things that I have done over these and learned and sacrificed for all the past 7 years and stuff. And so I'll be launching with my marketing company, I'll be launching 3 new offers. I'll be opening enrollment for marketing and creative strategies because I like the collaboration. Sometimes people just need to hear themselves with a creative
Yeah.
brain who
Yeah.
they trust. And so I'm going to be opening up that for enrollment. I'm also going to be opening enrollment for VIP marketing intensive days. I'm really passionate about
I like that.
helping. Thank you, girl. You know what? God did that one too. Tell them. It's a new world for me. Okay. Well, excuse me. It's a new world to offer it officially, publicly, all of these things. I've been blessed where I've gotten clients like based on referral,
Mhm.
or people within my network and stuff like that. But to offer them in a publicized way that's not
Mhm.
in my immediate network, that is new for me. So there's nerves that come with that. However, I've been doing VIP days with people for a long time. I built 12 months worth of marketing content and strategy in
Yeah.
6 hours. I can do 6 months probably in four. And if all you need, is the next couple of months, we can get it done and knock it out. And that is a gift that God has given me. And so I'm going to open that up to the public. And then I'm also going to open enrollment for to be able to have me kind of tapped in as a consultant, my
Mhm.
CMO services. So the past couple of years, I've been dedicating that to like specific clients, one at a time. But I'm
Mhm.
going to open that up because some people just kind of, they can't afford to have the whole marketing team.
Right. Right.
But they need that guidance. Like, girl, can I just call you right quick?
Yeah.
Or can you just look over something that I put together? So I want to just create options where that side of my business um, can be able to reach other people who need it and just be accessible. And then for my rarest form brand, the digital planning bundles are already available in Etsy. So again, you can just type in my rarest form, lowercase, no spaces, and you can go ahead and start your journey there. And I'll be launching additional digital products as God kind of puts them into my spirit.
Mhm.
So I'll be launching those. And then I'll also be focusing on my women empowerment community. So if you've purchased the planning bundle, there is a running theme about being a woman in power on purpose.
Mhm.
And that is because that is a empowerment group that I'm putting together on Facebook. So it's free. You can go ahead, follow, and tap in now. But I want to do like an official launch of that and just really hone in creating a safe environment for women to exchange freely and exchange in vulnerability, any, tips, tricks, strategies, and things that they have to offer support in a woman who is on the path of elevating, evolving, healing, and transition. And then I'm also talk to you about this next one because
Okay.
God also, this is the last thing. God also God also put in my spirit to start a podcast. People have been
Mhm.
asking me for a very long time. I've been like, girl, I got nothing to say, but here we are 25 minutes later and I'm still talking. And it was only supposed to be 15 minutes. So you know what? I'm going to listen. I'm, I know the production team laughing too.
They are, they
I
are.
know he like, cut her. Okay, anyway. But so I am another little download God gave me was to start this podcast called Confessions of an Evolving Woman.
Mhm.
And so I don't know anything about podcasting. What I can say is I bought the mic.
Right.
I got the cute one, but I don't know anything else about podcasting, but I do feel led to pour in that way. And I feel
Mhm.
like I'm supposed to do all the things that God is saying. So yeah, I'm going to expand my vision and I'm going to continue to collaborate with other people who are on the same mission as me and where alignment feels like a good fit. So thank you, Kenya, because
Thank you.
alignment feels like a good fit.
I love that. So, I love you. I thank you for coming on. I thank you for coming on. You guys go follow Danielle. Please do. She has so much going on. And she has 3 new offers that she's gonna give you guys so you can be a part of her network and the Facebook group and everything else. Like, please go follow, please go support. We're still celebrating 28 days.
Woo woo, 28 days of excellence.
Danielle was our last, but definitely not least. I enjoyed this. I really did enjoy this. So
Thank
until
you.
next time, you guys.